It's a wonderful game this morning. Wonderful game this morning. Nepal absolutely demolishing Kuwait. Absolutely demolishing Kuwait. Booking on their way to final tomorrow against Singapore. Final tomorrow against Singapore. Winning by 7 wickets in the process. Gaan Buddhika to Aziz. Aziz plays a control drive to mid-on. Match number 9 of this Icc-T20 qualifiers in progress. Malaysia taking on Qatar. Virandeep Singh, he'll be looking to score at a quicker pace than he did yesterday against Singapore. Oh, that's a brilliant catch. Excellent outfielding there. The trap was set. Aziz took the bait. Gaan Buddhika strikes. Fielder there at sweeper cover. Made excellent ground. Take. Gets rid of the dangerous Aziz. Qatar today putting in a spirited effort on the field. Looks like Musawa Shah from the Rangoon road end. I've corrected myself. Looks like Mr. Harnam Singh is listening. Shah, former stalwart of Rangoon cricket, pointed out to me that I've corrected myself. That road should be called the Rangoon road end. Thanks, Harnam, for that. Musawa Shah to Virandeep Singh. Beautifully played. Virandeep Singh leans into that, pass mid off for 4. He's an elegant player when he gets going. Makes it look effortless. Tall right-handed batsman. Well versed with these conditions. Plays his domestic cricket here in the Singapore leagues. Musawa Shah greeted into the attack with a boundary. Looking for a quick single. Slight fumble there in the field. Kamran Khan, usually a brilliant fielder there at backward point for Qatar. Couldn't gather cleanly. As a result, batsman crossed through for an easy single. Faiz Noor, the skipper of Malaysia, joining Virandeep Singh, has decided to give himself a little promotion. And once again, a little fumble at short third man. Mohammad Tanvir this time. Virandeep Singh with his long strides makes it comfortably for a single. The offside ring looks like they're standing a bit too deep to prevent the single from being easily taken. This time short, punted away to long on. One more single banked. It's a risky shot. Faiz Noor standing and delivering. The ball beats him through the gate. Fortunately, doesn't find the timber in the process. It's a very good comeback. Musawa Shah completes the second over. Malaysia 15 for the loss of 1 wicket. Experienced Awais Malik rested for today's game. Sairuddin Ibrahim and the very experienced Inamul Haq given a well-earned rest. Can Buddhika to continue from the Balestier Road end. Short, wide, punted away for a single to the covers. And Buddhika bowling to a field of third man, backward point, cover, extra cover, sweeper cover and a mid-off. And on the leg side, it's a mid-on and a fine leg and a short mid-wicket. No slips in place. It's a beautiful shot. Faiz Noor gets down on one knee, cracks it away past backward point for 4. Made it look extremely easy. Elegant shot. 4 runs. Fielder there, extra cover, getting a bad bounce. Faiz Noor in the process, finding another boundary for Malaysia. Accepted gleefully. Can Buddhika a bit unlucky there. 4 runs added to the Malaysian total. They're off to a canter. Tamu Sajad, the fielder there, the Qatar skipper. Usually a very good fielder. Must say he got a bit of unlucky bounce there. Ball hitting one of the 30-yard markers. And on this occasion, gets safely behind it. Faiz would be disappointed he's not able to put that gentle full toss away. Field being set fine. Short third man, backward point. The Malaysian batsman easily scampering through. This is not the best fielding, I can tell you. Singles have been gifted easily, together with boundary balls. Qatar really not helping themselves. Malaysia would not be complaining. On this occasion, Virandeep Singh unable to put away the half volley. That's the end of the third over. Malaysia 25 for the loss of 1 wicket. Musawa Shah continuing from the Rangoon Road end. Short, chopped into the square. Faiz Noor unable to find the gap. Drill to short extra cover, backed up by mid-off. No run there. Short, cut away this time, finds the gap. Pass backward point, 4 runs. Faiz Noor played a beautiful cut shot there. Piercing the cover ring, the well fortified backward point region, finds the gap to perfection. This is very good batting here by Malaysia. Looking for a single straight away after that boundary. Randeep Singh once again taps it wide off mid-off, collects another single, puts Faiz back on strike. Faiz doing a little bit of gardening there. Surface looks a wonderful wicket for batting on. Might assist with the spinners later on. Thus far it's proven to be a batter's paradise, coupled with short straight boundaries and a lightning quick outfield. Short, dispatched, back with a square for 4 runs. Faiz Noor just helping himself to the buffet. Musawa Shah being hit on both sides of the wicket, making it extremely difficult for the captain to set a field. The Qatar players literally feeling the heat out there. I can tell you it's not the humidity that's getting them down. It's a bit of indisciplined bowling. Gayan Buddhika will continue. He's been given a few words of advice there. Again, a wide half volley. Slight fumble. Malaysia at the beginning of the 5th over, 35 for the loss of 1 wicket. Cruising along comfortably. The loss of Aziz certainly hampering the acceleration. It's a very attacking player. Gayan Buddhika, can he nip one out here for Qatar? This is a much better over. Bowling good tight areas. Bowling to his field more importantly. And on this occasion, Randeep Singh plants the right foot outside the off stump and throws the kitchen sink at it, wide of mid-on, 4 runs. That is a meaty blow. Randeep Singh playing with a lot more intent this afternoon than he did against Singapore yesterday. Looking to minimize the dot balls, rotate the strike and hit the occasional boundary. And Buddhika needs to be extremely accurate here on this surface. And on this occasion, hit straight back, unable to hold on to it. That was a fearsome shot. I think the attempt was more in self-defense. And Buddhika managing literally to save face. That was struck powerfully by Virandeep Singh. Certainly must say, stopped the boundary. Once again leans into it. Takes a quick single, Randeep Singh. Taimur Sajjad, Qatar skipper, briskly moving to his right, unable to prevent the single. Long strides of Randeep Singh ensures he gets there safely. Looks to be a change in the field. Mid-on dropping to a long on. Super cover coming in. Both third man and fine leg up in the circle. Taimur Sajjad giving a few words of advice to his young fast bowler, telling him exactly what is required. Let's see the outcome. An educated outside edge by Faiz Noor founds the boundary. 4 runs. The bowler can feel a bit unlucky there. It was a good delivery. Got the outside edge. Ball flying away to the third man boundary. Malaysia move on to 44 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 5 overs. They will be happy with this start. Looks like a change in the bowling. Mohammad Nadeem Team strikes for Qatar. Faiz only has himself to blame. Took the broom out, went for the old sweep shot. Made a hash of things in the process. It's been judged LBW. Malaysia keeps losing wickets. Regular intervals. Every time they seem to be putting the gas down, they lose a wicket. Mohammad Shafiq, very enterprising cricketer, busy cricketer. Shots all around the dial. Walks out to join Virandeep Singh. Virandeep Singh on a runner ball 15. Gets the sweep shot out straight away. Shafiq showing how it should be played. Quick wrists. Magnificently placed. 4 runs. Straight away getting off the mark with a boundary. It's a very difficult player to keep quiet once he gets going. Mohammad Shafiq. Qatar would ideally love to see his back as soon as possible. There's a slip in place, which is very good to see. Qatar looking for wickets. Shafiq says, thank you very much. I'll deposit you to long leg again. From outside off stump. Magnificent shot. That's how you play the sweep shot. Malaysia cantering along. Going to 53 at the end of the 6th over for the loss of 2 wickets. That's the end of the power plays. Tabarak Da and Buddhi Pradhan, the 2 gentlemen officiating this game. Swanathan Kalidas, the reserve umpire. Mr. Manu Nair, the match referee. Tamoor Sajjad, the Qatari skipper, brings himself on from the Balestier Road end. He's got a long on, deep mid wicket, cow corner, and a short fine leg. And on the offside, there's a backward point, extra cover, sweeper cover, and a long off. It's now turning the dial around, moving the deep mid wicket to deep backward square, and cow corner to deep mid wicket. Tamoor Sajjad been bowling extremely well throughout this tournament. He'll be looking to make an impact straight away, bowling to Virandeep Singh. It's a very good delivery straight away on the money. with the umpire, possibly to check how many overs each of his bowlers have remaining. Up in the air, simple catch. That's exactly what Malaysia did not need. The change in the bowling works for Qatar. Gyan Buddhika makes no mistake at long off. Noman Sawaf strikes for Qatar. Shafiq be disappointed, having done all the hard work. Got out exactly when it requires Malaysia to accelerate. Well, that's the way this game goes. I was really hoping. It's a very good over thus far. Oman Sawab built up the pressure with the dots. Extracted the mistake there from Shafiq. Was trying to loft him over long off. Gyan Buddhika completing the formalities with a straightforward catch. Into the 13th over. Malaysia 108 for the loss of 3. This is a very good over. Oman Sawar really bending his back, bowling excellent lines and length. He's pulling this game back for Qatar. Taimur Sajjad waving his arms around, marshalling his troops. That's a good shot, guided down to third man. Good bit of fielding keeps it down to 1. Looked like Mohammad Nadeem down there. Yet another change in the bowling. Taimur Sajjad changing his bowlers around, ensuring that the Malaysian batsmen don't get used to any particular rhythm. At the end of 13 overs, Malaysia 109 for the loss of 3. Looks like it'll be Nadeem to continue from the far end, the Rangoon Road end. He's got 2 overs remaining in his spell. Straight away Virandeep Singh looking for the quick single. Gets there easily in the end. Kamran Khan unable to prevent that. Standing slightly deep. Virandeep Singh drills one down to long on, collects a single. Would ideally like the backward point fielder to be standing slightly further up, given that there's a sweeper backing up to cut off the boundary. Otherwise, there's an easy single every time the ball goes in his direction. And on this occasion, he skies one. Could be out caught. Chowdhury underneath it. Banks it safely. That's the end of that. Nadeem strikes for Qatar. 2 quick wickets. Really thrown a spanner in the advance of the Malaysian batting lineup. Malaysia just got themselves to blame. Keep throwing away their wickets. It's a good bit of bowling. Reaps the dividends. Mohammad Shahadat is the batsman out. Looks like Sherwin Muniandi walks in to the middle to join Virandeep Singh. Malaysia would be looking to get at least 165 to 170 runs to compete against this powerful Qatari batting lineup. Virandeep Singh once again steals a single to that heavily fortified backward point ring. I can't help myself but feel they are standing a bit too deep. Every time the ball's nudged in that region, there's a single. And it only seems that Virandeep Singh's radar is picking this up. Of course, the rest of the Malaysian batsmen, they have chosen suicide over singles, throwing away their wickets. Malaysia would like these 2 batsmen to continue deep into the 17th over, if possible. Take them all the way. On this occasion, the Qatari inner ring moves in, almost catching Muniandi off guard there. Taimur Sajjad pointing out to his backward point fielders to come in a few steps, which they have done now. And immediately it prevents the singles. A sharp captaincy there by Taimur. It's a good cricketer with a good cricketing brain. And that's the end of a very good over. The end of 14, Malaysia 112 for the loss of 4. Another change of bowling. I beg your pardon. Norman Sawa continues. Virandeep Singh moving on quietly to 43. He's been holding these innings together from one end. Malaysia would look to him to see them through to a competitive total. This time fielded well there behind point. Kamran Khan, the number 88 for Qatar. He's got a good pair of hands. Excellent fielder at backward point. There seems to be some life injected into the Qatar outfit as a result of those quick wickets. It's a very good delivery. Yorker. Virandeep Singh equal to the task. Punches it down the ground for a single. Guided backward of point by Muniandi. It's a busy cricketer. And I like the fact that he runs the first one hard, always looking for the second. Worst thing you can do in a T20 is be casual about your running between the wickets. 5 to 6 runs could be the difference between winning and losing. And every run is gold dust. Norman Sawa has been doing a good job for his captain and Qatar. Running in hard, hitting the deck hard. It's time drifting down the legs. Randeep Singh manages to get a bit of wood on that. 2 runs down to fine leg. Be disappointed he couldn't find the gap. The fine leg fielder being in the circle, that would have been 4 runs. Norman Sawa lucky to get away with that. Seems to be a little bit of urgency about the Malaysian batting right now. Sherwin Muniandi coming in. I'm sure he came in with a little message to Randeep Singh as well. He was batting on 46. It's a good delivery, beaten outside off stump. Norman Sawa has been doing an excellent job for Qatar. Malaysia going along at 7.82 runs per over. This time punch to extra cover, looking for 2, running the first one hard. That has been the real change with Muniandi coming in. At the end of 15 overs, Malaysia 117 for the loss of 4. They'll be looking to put the foot down on the accelerator any moment now. Qatar would not mind these singles at all. They know they have the firepower for the chase. Malaysia would be looking to get at least 60 to 70 runs, if possible, in these last 5 overs. Nadeem seems to continue from the Rangoon Road end, and he would try to pick up a few wickets. There's a short third man, backward point, sweeper cover, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep backward square, and a short fine leg. Nadeem aborts the delivery. Randeep Singh dancing down the track, elegantly guides that to wide long off, collects 2. It's a hot sunny Saturday afternoon. Wonderful day for cricket. This one's short. Randeep Singh will be very disappointed he was not able to put that one away. Taimur Sajjad sweeping in on it. Adjusting the sweeper cover, now move to a deep extra cover position. Top edges it and perishes. Unfortunately, that's been the story for Randeep Singh. He's a wonderful batsman, but he gets out at the worst possible moments for Malaysia. Out on 49. Nadeem will be very pleased with that result. And this is what happens when you actually don't punch the gaps. The previous delivery, short half tracker, should have been a single, was a dot ball. Next delivery results in a wicket. Aminuddin Ramli walks out to the middle to join Muniandi. Ramli is absolute stroke player for Malaysia. Malaysia would ideally like him to play a few strokes. Qatar expertly applying the choke here, ensuring that they stifle the momentum and the advance of Malaysia by frequently picking up wickets. It's been a very good over thus far, giving nothing away here. Mohammad Nadeem holding a tight line and length. This is the challenge often when a new batsman walks into the crease. It's never easy to get going straight away. Punts a single. The backward square leg. Qatar wouldn't mind these singles at this juncture in the game. Mohammad Nadeem into his last over. He's picked up 3 wickets for 21 runs thus far. He's done a stellar job for his captain and Qatar. Once again, another single stolen to that backward point region. That would be one area that they would want to close off. Malaysia moved to 121 for the loss of 5 wickets at the end of the 16th over. 4 overs remaining in their innings. Norman Sawa. I felt his bowling was the real game changer, and the partnership was flourishing. Came and bowled in with great intent and aggression, hitting the deck hard. It's bowling to Muniandi. Short fine leg. Single stolen. A little tumbling stop there by the Qatar field at short fine leg. Can't prevent the single being taken. Qatar wouldn't mind these singles. Malaysia ideally would like for somebody to get going, hit a few boundaries. And once again, single onto the offside, just in front of point. Norman Sawahi too wouldn't mind these singles. In the last 4 overs, the Malaysian innings. And that's a beautiful shot. Punched over long on, gun barrel straight. Magnificent 6. Muniandi making it look extremely easy. That was not an easy shot. That was a top quality shot. Minimum of fuss, maximum result. We might need GPS trackers on these kookaburras. We've been losing a few of them around the park here during the course of these ICC World T20 qualifiers Asia finals. It was rather pleasing to see a wonderful Labrador Terrier playing with a kookaburra this morning as I walked to the park. Seemed to have found one of the balls that went down towards the further end of the ground. What they say, finders keepers. Norman Sava continues from the Balestier Road end. Muniandi announcing his intent. And on this occasion, once again, feel that sweeper cover being kept busy. Kamran Khan, the wicket keeper. I beg your pardon, Kalanda Khan. Tumbling collection there. That's the end of Sawa's over. The end of 17. Malaysia 134 for the loss of 5. Green Rumley and Muniandi. They would look to take at least 40 runs to 45 runs of these last 3 overs. Paul Chowdhury comes back onto the attack from the Rangoon Road end. This occasion punts it away, 4 runs, and I tell you what, Mohammad Tanveer better make up for this rubbish when he's batting. That's a shocking bit of fielding. He just escorted that delivery. The Qatari fielding unit not impressed with that effort being put by the sweeper cover fielder. Don't know whether he's injured or he's just generally lazy. Bal Chowdhury comes back with a dot ball. That really is unacceptable standard of fielding in a T20 match. Your bowler's putting it in on a hot day. You have to back him up. Malaysia wouldn't mind that. And that's the end of that. Chowdhury with a smart variation in pace. Bowls the leg cutter. Kalanda Khan makes no mistake this time. That's the end of the dangerous Muniandi. Stumped. Tanveer is not getting many high fives as he joins the huddle. Tamur Sajad politely reminding him should put in a bit more while he's fielding. Coming out to join Mohammad Fitri Sham, another attacking cricketer. Sham joins Aminuddin Ramli. Be looking to take this Malaysian total past that over the ropes. Nonetheless manages a single. Iqbal Chowdhury very lucky to get away with that one. This time he skies it. This one's gone miles in the air. Taimur Sajjad underneath it. Makes no mistake. Qatar skipper grabs the beauty. Iqbal Chowdhury using all his experience, deception and guile, subtle variations in pace. He's done the Malaysian batsman all ends up. Malaysia once again losing wickets in a heap. Neville Christilianage joins Fitrisham in the middle. Not the ideal situation for Malaysia. Two new batsmen. Gyan Buddhika coming into the attack from the Balestier Road end. Gyan Buddhika coming into the attack from the Balestier Road end, doing a few laps around the IEA Oval. It's a hot day, making sure the boys are well hydrated. Doing a few laps around the IEA Oval. It's a hot day, making sure the boys are well hydrated. Doing a few laps around the IEA Oval. They all seem to be carrying a towel. Making sure the boys are well hydrated. Doing a few laps around the IEA Oval. They all seem to be carrying a towel. Heat here in Singapore. Doing a few laps around the IEA Oval. They all seem to be carrying a towel. Heat here in Singapore. Doing a few laps around the IEA Oval. Much higher than all seem to be carrying a towel. Smack. Malaysian batsman looking for two. This is curtains. This is absolute curtains. That's absolute suicide. There was never two. Smack. Neville seems to be from another planet. Malaysian batsman looking for two. He just took off on that second. This is non-existent second, I must say. This is absolute curtains. That's absolute suicide. There was never two. Fitrisham smartly. Smack. Suggesting Neville seems to be from another planet. Maybe Neville's headgear did not allow the message to penetrate. As a result, Malaysia lose yet another batsman. Fitrisham smartly running between the wickets. Suggesting Neville seems to be from another planet. Maybe Neville's headgear did not allow the message to penetrate. As a result, Malaysia lose yet another batsman. Fitrisham smartly running between the wickets. Suggesting no seems to be from another was an unnecessary run out. Maybe Neville is at all. The message to penetrate. As a result, and Malaysia lose yet another batsman. Fitri Sham smartly running between the wickets. Suggesting no seems to be from was an unnecessary run out. Maybe Neville is at all. The message to penetrate out to the middle. As joins Fitri Sham. Malaysia lose yet another batsman. Fitri Sham smartly running between the wickets. Suggesting no seems to be from was an unnecessary run out. Maybe Neville is at all. The message comes out to the middle. As joins Fitri Sham. Malaysia lose yet another batsman. Fitri Sham smartly running between the wickets. Suggesting no seems to be from was an unnecessary run out. Maybe Neville is at all. The message comes out to the middle. Good bit of work by Mohammad Rizlan there in the deep, resulting in that run out. Kayan Buddhika bowls a wild one. Kalanda Khan does a very decent job to prevent that ball from going to the boundary, flinging himself to the right. Certainly saved 4 runs there. That's another wide, and once again Kalanda Khan certainly stops another boundary. He seems to be scoring more runs from behind the wicket these days. Seems to be having a word of discussion with the umpire. Very experienced Malaysia would be hoping he could deposit a few into the boundaries or preferably over it. Certainly tees off and perishes. Straightforward catch. No mistake made by Norman Sawa. He's got hands like fish nets. Absolutely swallowed that. Fitri Sham had no chance. As they say, another one bites the dust. Malaysia really throwing themselves in deep hot water. The batsmen seem to perish exactly when they require to accelerate. Looks like Pawandeep Singh coming out to bat. Be joining Anwar Rahman. Kayan Buddhika and Qatar in a position to bowl Malaysia out here and ensure that the total does not go beyond 150. Malaysia, on the other hand, would absolutely want these two to finish off the 20 overs. Would be criminal otherwise. Iqbal Chowdhury still having the conversation with the captain. Kayan Buddhika rolling his fingers over that. Iqbal Chowdhury seems to have a point to get across to his captain regarding the short third man fielder. Gayan Buddhika bowling way outside the off stump. His captain would ideally allow for him to come a bit straight and hit the timber. Pawndeep Singh, a good left arm orthodox bowler. Can't be the most accomplished batsman, otherwise he wouldn't be batting at number 11. Qatar needs to be ruthless here and close out the Malaysian innings. Malaysia, on the other hand, they would like to bat out the 20. That's a great bit of work there by Kalander Khan behind the stumps. Tumbling dive to his right. He's got his own style of acrobatics. It's very effective. At the end of 19 overs, Malaysia 144 for the loss of 9 wickets. Iqbal Chowdhury to bowl the last over from the Rangoon Road end. Anwar Rahman, he's on strike. Pawndeep Singh, the non-striker. There's a short third man, backward point, sweeper cover, extra cover, and a long off. Long on, deep mid wicket, backward square leg, and a fine leg completes the field. Iqbal Chowdhury to Anwar Rahman. He's hit this miles in the air. Taimur Shujaat completes the formalities. It's taken 1 ball, the 20th over. And that's the end of that. Malaysia all out for 44. Qatar will be very pleased with their performance. No point in time did they allow the Malaysian batting unit to get away. We will join you back shortly with the Qatar chase. Don't go anywhere.